All right, guys, Fuller coming to you with another commentary. Um, One thing I have to say is that you know, in this, how should I put it? In this uh society that we live in, a woman has no problem in using a man and thinks nothing of it and thinks that she's not at fault for using a man, for leading a man on, for actually making this man believe that there's some kind of romantic inclination involved when there really isn't whatsoever. So let's go ahead and look at this. And I want you brothers to know that you guys can't fall for this gas, and that the best thing for you to do is not fall for it, because if you do, you may unfortunately show emotions that shouldn't be shown, in which others will prey on. But let's go. Let's start with the first clip.
This is why I like to date them instead of just having an arrangement with them, because I want them to fall in love with me.
So, if there was an arrangement, right, then chances are there would be sex. Now, I'm not saying fornicate. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that a man should go out and just spread his seed very thin. I'm not saying that whatsoever. What I am saying is that um if you're not getting anything from whining and dining the woman that you're entertaining, then it's time to move on. That's what I am saying. So the reason why she likes to date is for the simple fact that she's able to get more resources out of the guys when she is actually dating, you know? And so this is why she likes to date the most. It's because the resources come from the dating.
I want them to think that I'm in love with them. So in the beginning, you play the damsel in distress. You do that for a couple months, and you tell them that you have sexual trauma that prevents you from being able to just immediately be active with them. When you tell them that after you that prevents you from being able to just immediately be, you play the damsel in distress. You do that for a couple months, and you tell them that you have sexual trauma that prevents you from being able to just immediately be active with them.
The key word is active with them. But she's going to be active with someone else, though. You know, that's the thing. She'll be active with someone else who has less and who is doing less. So, as a man, you shouldn't bend over backwards, no matter what she says, no matter, even if she says you're broke, even if she says you're a loser. You should never bend over backwards to please someone who's not going to be interested in you. You should always have some self-respect and dignity and not entertain them, no matter how pretty they look. You still should not entertain them whatsoever. Because if she's using you, then the more you do, then the more you are going to be inclined to think that there's something involved, that there's something behind her doing what she is doing. Now, it says, can we have an example of this? You are all knowing, Queen. So she's basically making this video to coach others how to do it, how to use a man, how to get a man to wine and dine them while they don't do anything for them in return. That's what she's basically on right now. And she'll have to pay a debt for that. That debt may not come from, a person, but it may come from something else.
When you tell them that after you build up a connection and you love bomb them, you tell them like, oh my gosh, I can really see myself building a future with you, blah, 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 blah. This is something that I've always wanted and I could never find in dating younger men. I find security and stability in you, but all this other shit. And then you do that until you know for a fact that you've pushed it too far. Then they're going to start to pressure you. Once they start to...
So what she's saying is that she will actually butter you up, basically, to get more out of you. If a woman says something like that she can see you building, that she can see herself building something long term, and she herself has not bought you anything, she has herself has not contributed to a plan of action, a plan like helping you with something to get done, then you know she's full of crap. Because if a woman likes you, genuinely likes you, she's gonna like more or less probably take you out. She's gonna take maybe some initiative in buying you stuff. So if she doesn't take these initiatives, then you might as well get rid of her. And if she's just constantly asking for stuff, then it's time for you to leave. It's been time for you to leave, actually.
Use essentially reverse psychology on them to be like, I can't believe that you would ever do something like that to me. I was getting ready to open up to you and you're actually pressuring me. You made things seem like they aren't happening organically, that you're trying to force something.
So the thing is that things weren't happening organically. Your whole reason for being with someone is to get things. That's not organic at all. So by you saying that, it just goes to show that you even know that it's not happening organically, and that's your subconsciousness talking, because you're driven by your emotions and driven by the need to get money and get other things besides money that are material. Now, the next thing just goes to show you what happens when Lizzo and the body positivity movement actually takes a hold of the modern Western woman.
This is a public service announcement for all of my ladies out there. This summer, we will not be putting up with unappreciative men in our lives. So I just got this set and I look...
So the first thing that came to mind is the fact that She has two necks and she has two stomachs as well. And she has a lot of tattoos as well, looking like she just got out of the joint. Now, the thing is, as I said before, when a woman has like a lot of tattoos and stuff like that, when she has those things, it's usually because of like things in the past, basically. And those tattoos are just ways to cope. Now, granted, also her chest looks basically, in essence, she looks like cottage cheese, or you can say she looks like a McNugget, and all that's missing is the dipping sauce for the McNugget. Now, she's doing this because Lizzo allowed it to be this way, and also I think that Women's Magazine that talks about different like lewd things allowed it to be this way as well too.
Good as hell. Well, I sent a photo to a man. So I just got this set and I look good as hell. Well,
So when a woman does this, a morbidly obese woman does this, then you have to understand that people in the comment section and things like that are actually, and just the whole body positivity movement have allowed this thing to be okay. Whereas back in the day, if a woman would dare to do something like this, she would be reprimanded and dealt with accordingly.
sent a photo to a man, and his response was, "That's a nice color on you." No.
So she's mad that was a man's response, was just, hey, that's a nice color on you. She was lucky that was his only response, because it could have been way worse if he chose to go that route. Me, myself, I would go that route. I would say that she looked like I would be pretty, I guess you can say I would be pretty,
We will not.
I would be pretty savage in my assessment of her. I would actually probably say that, in order for you to fit that, there's actually a Bay Club gym membership up the street. And I'll tell her that, I know a trainer there, they can get you right. Like, I would do things like that, because,
Be putting up with that.
unfortunately, in this society, you can't just call a woman fat, without getting without being a body shammer, without being, things that people associate with actually telling the truth about the Western woman.
Bless you with my beauty, and that's your response? No, we will not be putting up with that. I just bless you with my beauty, and that's your response? No, you take.
So this is how a lot of women think now. They think that, when they are in a guy's presence, that the guy is, or when they do certain things to a guy, when they send pictures to a guy or something like that, they actually feel that they are, doing that guy a favor. They actually feel that they're, blessing that guy, that guy is lucky that he's getting pictures and things like that, or getting the little bit of attention that he's getting. And the truth of the matter is that if she feels this way about like blessing a guy with, pictures or whatever the case may be, then I think at this point, the best bet for her is to, I don't know, maybe, man, it's crazy, and almost hard to decide, but I guess the guy would have to really give her the full-blown piece that that every guy should give this woman,
Fire photo, send it to me, send it to your friends. We will be way more appreciative of it than any cishet man out there. Know your worth.
So she says know her worth, but I mean, let's be honest. What's her worth? What really is her worth on the dating market? Like that's the real question. Like, if she was on Tinder or one of these apps, would they scroll? Would people actually stay, or would they scroll?
Moments later.
So I was just walking home from my Sunday morning grocery run, and while walking home, I was talking to my mom on my AirPod.
Well, one thing's for sure is that she loves to eat, And if she's going to the grocery store every Sunday, that means she's eating up the house. She's eating up the house on a consistent basis. Now, I don't know what her shopping habits are in terms of groceries, but the writing's on the wall by how big she is.
And all of a sudden, this man pulls over and starts trying to holler at me. He's like, "Hey, big mama, you so hot. How you doing? Let me get to know you." Whatever other shit. And I literally go, "Ew, I'm on the phone with my mother."
A lot of these women, like Lizzo and like this woman right here, a lot of them are psychologically damaged and need to be somewhere where that can maybe be taken care of, or it can be away from the general society. So she's mad that someone hit on her, and it's like, okay, well, you really think you're the prize, huh? And you're far from the prize. And you should actually be flattered that someone took the time out to hit on you. But the problem is, what she wants the 3 6s to hit on her. 6 figures, 6-pack, and 6 feet.
Or go away. And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, Mom. A man was just trying to hit on me on the street." And she goes, "What? Why would a man be hitting on you? What are you wearing? You must be wearing something sexy." Meanwhile, this is what...
So the real question is that, like, as a man, why would you want to like even mess or say hi to someone who's shaped like the Penguin from Batman? Is it really worth your time to do it when she's so self-absorbed that it's not even funny? When she doesn't think she's obese and needs to be running?
I'm wearing Tevas, leggings, and an oversized t-shirt. Listen, I love my mom, but it's frustrating because so many people continue to put the blame on women for what they're wearing. And then the amount of harassment fat people...
But you guys wear it intentionally, and you wear it to get the attention. You wear it for guys to say hi, so you can maybe do a Mr. Me Too on them and get boku money in court.
Is insane. It's because people think that they're easy targets and that they should be thankful for that kind of attention. Trust me, I'm not thankful for trying to be hit on while walking home from Trader Joe's with my oat milk.
So she just doesn't want to admit that she is thankful that someone did pay attention to her. She has to make it look like that person is annoying. But again, you see how much she weighs and you see what she looks like, but she feels like she's entitled to have the top of the platter. And all I gotta say is that as men, you're better off just, turning the other way. Although, maybe you have needs and you have desires, but, some of those needs and desires aren't worth the trouble. And it's definitely not worth the trouble from this fat, penguin looking, woman, But anyhow, Foolish signing out. Jarama.